edition of Toy Nuts. I'm your host, Music Man 941, coming to you from the Toy Nuts Asylum. Been deceived for a while, for about 3 months, by my mother-in-law and all my friends in the collector's dungeon, who, no, we'll turn our light back on. And my mother-in-law told me we were going on a vacation, wouldn't tell me where. Just we were going to be gone for a couple of days. And got up last Friday morning, and we were going to leave by 10, and at quarter till 10 she still hadn't packed. And this is the kind of lady that has her stuff packed in the van, ready to go, and is yelling at you because you don't have yours packed yet. So anyhow, about 10 o'clock there was a knock on my door, and where I live, it's mostly family, and we know all the neighbors, and nobody really knocks. And I opened the door, and there stands old Count Stankus at my door. And I look across into my brother-in-law's driveway. There's John Gaither. I look into our driveway, and there is Dismania 65 and John Wild walking up the driveway. And I'm like, what the hell? So they came in the door, they gave me a little bag of goodies. You'll see that all on Count's video if you already haven't. And told me we were going to Big Fun in Columbus. I thought, cool. And then we were going to Mego meet. To which I exclaimed, I need more money, and I wish I would have had it. But anyhow, turned out to be a very awesome little mini vacation. To actually get to sit and talk with the guys that I talk with almost on a daily basis. And we've become really close friends. Never got to meet. And it just kind of solidified everything. And it was a really awesome time. And got to meet a lot of people. A lot of the CEO of Mego, Joel. I got to meet him. I got to meet Marty, Plaid Stallions, another awesome dude. The lady who actually custom makes and sews the Mego clothes, which was awesome. Rachel, I do believe that's her name. But anyhow, I met a lot of fellow collectors that were there selling or showing off custom figures, which was awesome. But anyhow, I'm going to make this a short and sweet video, so let's see what I got. So when we first went to Big Fun Toy Store, we went there, of course, we all went over to their Mego cabinet, where I spotted a vintage Mork from Mork figure. He doesn't have his boots, but I do have a pair of boots for him, which was awesome. Got him for a good price. And then anybody who watches my channel knows that I collect the Cave Babies, and I think I do not have this one, which is awesome. Picked him up for a couple bucks. Then we get to Mego meet, and we're actually on the floor on Friday night, and saw a few things, and then found out we could buy. And I got to meet Scott, who is a Mego ambassador. And he had this little fellow sitting there. And for the price, I couldn't just turn him down. It was an AHI Dracula. He is missing his little bow tie. Not a big deal to me, but just to have him is awesome. That was pretty cool. And no, that was not all I bought that night. Then one of the sellers there had some of the newer Megos, and I did not have yet the Invisible Man, so I picked him up, or the Nosferatu. I picked him up, which was awesome. Now I think I have my monsters up to date. I'm not buying every one of them. I'm getting one of each one. So that night, I seen some really cool customs. Larry's seen them too. The guy had 2 sets. He had 1 set on auction and 2 sets he was selling. We were going to go back the next day and try to make a group deal. But before I get into that, because that's my favorite pickup, uh, Castaway Toys was there, and he has the Keshneks figures he's made in Mego style. Now I'll take this out because it's a nice collector's friendly case. Which is actually I think it was a cross between Microman and G.I. Joe, if I remember right. Very nice made figure. I love the translucence on it. And inside his chest, he has a glow-in-the-dark feature, which I have not got to try out yet. But I just thought this was awesome. Now, I got the green one. Gaither and Larry picked up the blue version. Next year, if he has them, I will probably pick up the blue. And he said he might have pink, so I might pick that up too. And he had a lot of vintage Mego parts, and there was a lot of parts to be had. And I will say this: if you haven't checked out his video yet, please check out John Wild's. He actually went around and picked up parts and built, I think, 12 Megos that day. Or, well, not that day, but he bought parts for 12 Megos and put them together. And, anyhow, the customs that I've seen, I am a sucker for Mel Brooks movies. And this guy made Blazing Saddles. And here is the sheriff himself. I think the likeness is just dead on. I love the gun. Got nice holstered guns. Really well done. And then, of course, you have to have Gene Wilder himself. And he comes with both his guns. One his little gunslinger belt there. And again, really nice likeness. He also makes a head for Willy Wonka that's Gene Wilder that was awesome. Excuse me. But I got to meet a lot of fellow collectors, a lot of just cool dudes, and it was awesome to find out that, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I'm a musician too, and to find out a lot of them were into music, a few, and it was just awesome. Just be able to sit back and just chill out for a couple of days with like-minded people was awesome. We're really talking about going back next year. But anyhow, not to bore you to death, going to make this short and sweet. And again, to count John Gaither, the House of Gaither, Dismania 65, Larry Stanyard, and John Wild, I thank you so much for coming and surprising me and taking me to the Mego meet. It was so nice to get down and just sit down and talk with these guys and just hang out. My God, just to be face to face and not have to worry about, is my computer lagging, can they hear me, whatever, was just awesome. And I'm really looking forward to next year. So anyhow, until next time, you never know what you're going to find, where you're going to find it. Happy collecting.